Hi everyone and welcome to BumbleBeeCrafts. So I'm here today with part 2 of my Truly Blue journal series, my design team project for Rach and Bella Crafts. They're all her details on IG, Facebook, YouTube, Etsy, and she has a Ko-fi as well. So all the details are usually always linked below, but I always like to just have them on screen like that for all the different the 3 different DT projects that I do, so that you know whose is who. So I showed you the wonderful kit last time in my video, and I talked you through my ideas for the journal and how I wanted to my thoughts on putting it together. So I thought what I'd wanted to do was to start with the actual journal cover and get that prepped ready. So I'll just move that to the side. So we'll take these bits out. We don't need that, and we don't need my template there. This material was just big enough, just wide enough for this. So what I think I want to do, yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Is glue this on, start getting it prepared, because I'm going to wrap it over like this, so that I can put the little metal corners on there. Okay, we're all still in camera, still in shot. I just tried to do this a few minutes ago and it cut off, and I don't know why. So I'm starting again. Okay, we've got my Fabri-Tac. I'm just going to put some Fabri-Tac all along here. I will be sewing this journal. I'm going to be sewing it in a couple of different stages. I'll just explain what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this cover on first on the outside, then I'm going to stitch around it before I decorate up, and then put the little plates that are inside the journal inside them, because I'm going to probably just use a straight stitch on this outside bit, and then on the inside bit I can use a zigzag. Okay, so that's all down nice. Let's do the spine and get this on here, because this is it's going to have lots of different layers with some lace, and I'm going to do some collage in. While we're here, we'll just go across and do this side as well. And as I say, the glue is just to kind of like tack it down. I don't need too much, not a thick amount of the Fabri-Tac glue on it. So let's smooth that all down. There we go. And I do think that this is going to go really nicely on here with the blue. Okay, so that's the journal. Now, do I want to? It's going to make that quite thick, so I will cut the corners off like we might at the corners. So I'm just going to do that. Keep those little scraps. I'll be able to make little fabric clusters with them. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. I hope that you can't hear too much of the rain in the background. It's a really grey, dreary day here today. We've had rain all morning. It's still not stopped. But at least it's much cooler. The temperatures are much more bearable now, which is good. I really don't like the too much heat. Just leave them up there. Right, so then we're going to fold these over now. So I think I'm going to do is do the top and the bottom, and then I'll do the sides. Oh gosh, that did not go to plan. Quick, where's my tissue? Oh, that must have all been in the top of the glue. I bet it's because I'm having to store it upside down so that it actually comes out. I don't know what's wrong with this one. It's really quite thick. So let's just put some glue along here. A glue goober that was unexpected. And then I'll just put a bead of glue all along here, like so. Put up there. There's my little card. There, that's nice and smooth there. Yeah, I suppose really I should iron these fat quarters. I don't do a lot of ironing. In fact, I'm going to struggle with the ironing anyway. So yeah, I don't iron. Put that there. Let's turn it around and do this bottom edge. So I wanted to give a shout out and say thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to all my subscribers as well, of course. But when I did the giveaway a week or so ago, I was at 100 subscribers, and today, well, no, when is it today? Because I'm filming this ahead. Anyway, I'm got over 180 subscribers. That is just absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I'm so happy that you enjoy watching me and what I like to create and craft and do and everything. Yeah, it really does mean a lot to me, so thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Right, so yeah, that's nice and neat. So let's do the sides, and then we can decide on if we want to add any lace or anything like that at this stage, or whether I'm going to wait till I've sewn in the journal, the signatures, before I put some lace on the spine. I'm thinking I want to do a dangle as well. I thought about it for the Red Rose journal because that was just so full of gorgeous laces and everything like that, but I never actually got around to making a dangle. So I'm thinking that this might be nice. I could punch a little eyelet in the top of it, and we could have a dangle hanging off of it, so like some I don't know, they call them dangles or charms or anything. There's lots of ribbons in them and they hang down, little tassels. So yeah, that's nice. Okay, so we do this side. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing one of those on here. My ideas are still formulating. I haven't fully made my decision, but I'll take you along with the process. I'll probably do quite a few videos with this process, with this journal. I know my last process one was, I think I only did 3 in the series. So, and you all said how much you loved the Red Rose series. That I think has been my most popular, so I thought I'd do this as a longer series and just show you different aspects of the journal making. Right, so that's the Fabri-Tac glue. That's there. Which way is it up? Does it matter? It's that way up, so that's the front. Do you know what I'm going to do? Because I get myself easily confused. Is I'm going to do front, back. That we don't need to know. This is going to be collage, so I'm going to do on the back here. That's the front pockets. We know that's the middle, and this is the back. And then that way I won't get confused. I probably still will, knowing me, but it's a help anyway. Okay, so that's the cover. Then, as I said, I'm thinking of some lace. Now, let's have a little look-see. We've got that lace, which when you got it on there is going to be like so. I have got this one, which is really wide, but I think that might be a bit too wide for the spine. Oh, just stretching across there. So this was my thought. I wanted to have this around on here, and then I was going to place her on top. So let's go and tear her out of here. I'm going to use my tear ruler for this because I do want a jaggedy edge to it, should I say. I'm just wondering, do I come down a little bit as well? Let's just measure it on here. Yeah, because I might put book plate or something on the top, so I'm going to bring this down to just above her head, like so. We'll keep all of these bits of scrap. Let's do this bit. And then this edge here. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Need to press down on it. Oh, no, it's not going to. Let's try it this way then. It's not playing ball, is it? No, I don't want to. There we go. That's taken a little bit more off than I wanted in the corner, but it's got rid of that cream. There, that's fine. Okay. So, I'm going to have that there, and then I kind of want her raised up. So what I'm thinking of doing is just tearing around this. Trying to use my fingers as the guide so that I know where to go. It's a bit difficult when it's such a big piece that I'm trying to tear out, but we're getting there. We're getting there with how I want to do it. There, that's it. That's what I was looking for. Pop them in my scrap tray. I don't know whether the cats are going to make an appearance like they did the other week. I would imagine they're fast asleep in this weather. They tend to on rainy days like this, they just seem to want to sleep. So that's going to go there. I'm going to have that raised up. I want to layer it up. And then I was thinking maybe maybe some of that just down the spine. Excuse me. I want something more in the background. Although time you get the book corners on here, and obviously I do want something, a little book plate or something up there. Okay. Now, do I put the lace on? I think it is going to be easier with a 2 signature journal to put the lace on beforehand. Yeah, I think I'll do the lace beforehand. So let's work on the lady, because I know I want to back her as well. So let's ink. I think I'm going to use the oxide ink, see if that gives a nice effect. A vintage photo oxide. Yeah, that looks alright. Okay, so I have some of this yellow card. As I said, I'm not quite sure where this came from, but it's got quite a nice texture to it. So what I was thinking, let's just move them up out of the way, is having that backed on there, and I think that. But then I'm also thinking I might just do it a small amount and then back it with some blue as well. Now, do I want torn edges for it? Or do I want to have her just a small amount showing? Let's have a look, let's have a play. Let's get the blue. I'm thinking, let's have a little look in the light. Maybe not that blue. Maybe that's a totally different blue. Okay. Maybe it's just the darker colour that's behind it. Now, what's the other colour? Oh, I've got this colour that might be quite nice. So that what I was thinking is you've got just a hint of yellow showing, and then you have that blue border. But when that's up against the blue, that actually looks purple. I do like, I'm afraid I do like things to match. I'm terrible for colours and stuff matching. So I'm just going to get some of this card out and just have a look and see what this looks like. So you've got that, and then if we do a bigger one behind her, she's going to go on there. Yeah, I think that's a better way. I like that, but I want to layer her up as well. So what I think I'm going to do first thing is just measure where we want to cut this. As I said, we don't need too much showing, so we want to just eyeball in where I want it to show how much, and then I'm going to cut that bit off. Just grab my trimmer. This is just a Fiskars, a little trimmer. It will fit a 12 by 12 pad, but it won't fit A3 or anything, so but I do have to keep replacing the blades on it. I seem to dull them very, very quickly because this is my only cutter other than scissors. I don't have any bigger trimmer. I am on the lookout for a bigger trimmer. I know Fiskars do a big A3 rotary one, but they're several £100, and it's so expensive. As we all know, the cost of living just keeps going up and up and up, so at the moment I'm just making do. So I like that on there. I wonder about a spot of this behind this. Yep, still recording. Before we then put that onto here, so that that blue is softened with the lovely lace. How does that look? I actually think that's quite nice. Time that then goes on to the journal when we're going to have that there. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. So first things first, let's glue this lady down. So I get my little bottle of PVA glue. Make sure the lid's not, or the nozzle's not glued up. Now I'm just going to grab my other bottle actually. It's the same glue, it's just got a wider nozzle, so I don't mind using this thin little one for the sides, but to try and then put enough glue on the inside to stick it, I use my wider nozzle one. Okay, it just comes out really quickly. There we go. Much easier. And probably don't need my tweezers, but I do like to make sure I can manipulate it about a bit. There, I think that. Lovely. Now, which stage I've got to decide now where I want to sew. Whether we want to sew around this or whether we want to sew so that we're zigzagging round here. Either way, I'm going to just mark it about here is where I'm thinking, and probably about there. So let's get my trimmer again, try and keep that flat. So I'll sit about here. And it was about there. Now, ink. I think I'll stick with the vintage photo just to ink around the edge here, but I'm just going to do it like this, not down like I would normally do, because I just want a hint of it on the edges. I don't really want to go too deep into the yellow with the colour. So just a gentle amount of vintage photo on there, and then I think we will have go with the faded jeans actually, because it's an ink. It's going to be darker. Yeah, that's nice. I don't know if that will actually show up on the camera or not. Right, so we need to cut a bit of lace now, don't we? It seems that that edge is a bit straighter. So if we try and go straight, I can always trim a bit of it down afterwards. So is that the right way? It's that way. There we go. So we're going to have that on there, that on there. And that's going to be, I may have made that a bit too wide actually, I think. Thinking about it now, I might actually want it a bit smaller. I do. That's okay, we can adjust it. I think what I'm going to do is take off the lace and then work out. I think we need to go about here. And about here. So it's not a lot I need to take off, but I think it will just make the difference on the front of the journal. As this is coloured card, I will keep them. I made some cards a little while back of that used up some strips, and I know Corey Darman on YouTube here uses those strips and makes things with them, so yeah, I must do some more of those. I've only got, I think, 1 or 2 of those cards left. They're really, really lovely to do. Really very nice. So that's going to go on there. That's going to go on there. Do we want anything else on her? I think that's a much better size there. This I'm thinking of actually just putting right to the very edge anyway. That will get caught when we sew it in. I just wonder if we want anything behind the flower. Do we want any yellow behind it? Let's just have a look. Have a look and see. Maybe we want a bit of blue behind it to bring in the blue. Behind there. Let's see what that's like. It's just a case of playing, isn't it? And seeing what we think would look nice. No, I think I'm going to leave that. What I need to do now is sew around this. But if I sew around it, I've got to decide whether this is going on, don't I? Let me just try the lace again. Oh, all these decisions. All these decisions we need to make. So the lace is going to go over there. That's just going to catch that, isn't it? And we've got the lace for her. No, I still wonder if that is just too big. I think it's because I'm wanting to see the lace a lot more, but I'm thinking the blue behind it is a bit big still. And I think if I just went straight on them with the blue, I don't think it would look right. I think it needs this behind it. Maybe she don't need the blue at all. Maybe she just needs the yellow. No, it definitely needs the blue. I'm indecisive today. I'm feeling indecisive today. Yeah, I think if I have the lace slightly hanging over the blue and stick that down to make her even thinner, I think that's going to be nice, because then you're going to have this here. I can put a journal plate up there, so you could put journal or something in there. Now, do we want to just leave it as her? Questions now. Do we want to make her as a little tuck on the front? And do we want anything else from the kit? As I said, I've gone ahead and fussy cut some of the elements. So, like, you've got these beautiful flowers here that are yellow. Maybe we've got some blue elements. Oh, butterfly. Butterfly might be nice, mightn't it? Maybe we want the butterfly behind on there like that, so that they're part of the background. Because I was thinking of having her slightly raised up using some thin cardboard and raising her up. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. So, she doesn't need stitching around on this. We need to make this slightly smaller. Just check I've got enough time. Yeah, we should have enough time to get my ideas prepped, and then I'll come back once I've done the sewing. So I'm going to take off a little bit more on here, I think. I just feel it needs a bit more taking off. I don't want it as big around there. So as I said, it's only a thin slither, but I think it's gonna make all the difference. There we go. And then, as I said, I'm going to have that slightly overhanging, not by much, but just ever so slightly. That sits better. Yeah, I like that. That's much nicer. And then that is going to go on there. Okay, so what we need to do is glue this down. I'm going to need my Fabri-Tac for this. Oh, I didn't re-ink the bottom and the edge, did I? There we go. Let's just inked that. Right, the Fabri-Tac glue, and then I'm going to stitch around this back piece before we then decide on what we're doing with the top and how thick a piece of card I'm going to put under her. as I said, we want to overlap it slightly. We'll trim off those other bits that we don't want. So, like here, we will just trim it. Like so, and then along here. Oops, I think I'm going wonky there, that's fine. Right, okay, keep those little bits. So that's that. I will put her under something so she flattens out nicely once she's completely dry. Now we just need to decide I think that's going to go down, that's going to be raised up. Oops, I'm sorry, I've just knocked you. I do apologise, I've just knocked the camera. Sending you dizzy knocking there. What else do we want? That leaves a little bit of a space there, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick this down as it is, so we need to ink around this. And I think I'm going to ink in the blue. Yeah, that looks nice. This is the prized ribbon oxide that I'm using. And I just think that goes on there. Yeah, that looks nice. So let's get this stuck down. And then I think we're at the stage where I want to sew around both the journal and that back piece of lacy card before we then come back and can finish the cover. There we go. Right, let's position this on here. We don't need too much of a gap. There. That's down on there nicely. And then before I put these on as well, because I'm going to put these on afterwards, we had that one that way, didn't we? And that one sort of like that, wasn't it? Yeah, stitch around here, because what I actually want to do is stitch like that, and I'm even going to stitch around there and the same on the back, just in a small thin stitch, because once I've decorated and collaged the plate that's going to go on the inside here, I will stitch around that in a zigzag before it gets stuck down. So for now we are ready to do some stitching, which I will do off camera. As I've said before, my sewing machine is old and very noisy, so I'm going to do that all off camera, and then I'll come back and we can carry on with the decorating up the cover. So I'll see you shortly. Take care everyone, bye. Hi, I'm back again. Right, I've done the sewing round that I wanted to do. Done a couple of other little extra bits as well. I'll show you this one. First of all, I've backed it with the card that I was going to, so that it stands up, just raised a little, gives a bit of dimension to the front of the journal. And I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. There we go. You can see I've used glossy accents on the little flowers. That's this, the Ranger glossy accents that I've used, just to add a bit of different texture and another level to the front of the card. And then I've just used the word blue on my scan and cut when I was cutting out all the fussy cuts that you get in the kit. It went round and cut out all the words truly blue each time, so I've got loads of truly blues, and I just thought I'd put the word blue on there. I've stitched around this. You can see it from that side. Obviously it doesn't notice that much, but that just secures that a bit more, and that's going to go on there. I also decided to excuse me, use this lovely blue, dark blue shiny ribbon as the closure that's going to tie up, and what I've actually gone and done is I've stuck it down prior to then putting the lace on here, and then that will just wrap around and tie up, and we're going to have that positioned on the front of the journal there. You probably can't see the stitching too much. I don't know if you can see, I've just stitched very small round there. From that side you can see I've done an extra stitch down the lace. So that's what I've gone ahead and done off camera. What I do want to just do before we move on to the inside, I'm not going to stick this down because of needing to press and put the bits on the inside. I'm going to put this bit down first, but I just want to make sure that I'm not covering her up when I put this on. I'm thinking I want it slightly higher up and to the edge there, so that when you go across, yeah, I don't mind that. You just get to see that? Or do we want it slightly higher? Slightly higher or slightly lower, just see if we can. Or do we want it that low so you just see her eyes peeking over when you tie it up? That might be nicer actually. Okay, so roughly where we're going to position that. I think you're not going to see it, but just so that I know, I'm going to move that off, move this off, and just put a little line under here. As I said, you won't see this because I'll be gluing over it, but I just wanted to get that line there so that I get this right. So I've got my fabric tack upside down, and let's go and let's glue this on. It'll come out. Is it goobed up again? Let's check I'm still, yeah, it's all recording. There we go. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. It's coming out now. Okay, so this video, I'm going to be chopping several videos together, so it might be quite a long video from me, but I wanted to get all the journal cover made pretty much in one video. So I'll be speeding some of the sections up on the next bits of the video, just so that I can get it all in one video for you. Because as you probably have already realised, I'm quite a slow crafter, so yeah, it just makes it a bit well, I think personally it makes it a bit easier for you to watch it. But if you're happy to watch everything in real time, that'll probably mean I'll be loading videos up every single day, but yeah, just let me know in the comments what you like. Make sure I've got enough glue all the way around that edge bit there. I think that should be enough glue on there. Oh, my hands are stiff today. Right, now as I said, we've got our little line here, so that I know we just cover that up, just put that like there we go. Is that time that gets center? Yeah, that's nice. She's just got her eyes peeking over. So let's mush this down and make sure we've got it all stuck on, because I'm not sewing round this. I mean, I did think about it, but that's then going to be quite thick really, because you've got the cardboard, the paper that I covered it with, you've then got these elements, the fabrics and stuff. So yeah, I think that'll be all right. That should stick that nicely. And I don't mind that you've got a little bit of that overhanging. I think that's quite nice. So yeah, I won't stick this on until towards the end, because I want to work on the inside now. So let's move our lovely focal point out of the way. Move my ribbons to the side. Now the inside, we'll come to that bit in a minute. I'll start with this side, and what my plan was to use the Truly Blue backgrounds and do some collaging on there. So what I'm thinking of doing is we'll collage this piece up first, then I will collage these pieces and the pocket here, decide on what I'm going to put on here, and then I will stitch around. Well, I'll glue these in place. Once these are glued in place, these two pieces, I will stitch around it all. Then this will be ready to attach to this like that, so that those bits are tucked inside, and then I can pop my pocket on and we're done. Now, because it's going to be just collage work, I'm going to speed this little middle section up where I do my collaging. Then that way the video is not too long. So yeah, so let's get collaging. Hi, right, I'm back, guys. I've been doing these pockets and these book plates that are going to go in on the inside. I've done a few bits off camera as well. I think the last little bit of this was me speeded up where I was decorating one of these. I've gone ahead and done the second one. What I've also done is put a strip of this material. I decided to stick it in there on the spine first, so that when this gets stuck in, like I've stuck this one in, and you've got your spine there, it's covered. So these are what you see me do. I also decided that when they're on their own like this, they do stick up a little bit, and time you get some ephemera in them, I just thought it would look nice to have this tie around it. So I'll just show you what I've gone ahead and done with this. This is the other one. I didn't do this one on camera, I just speeded up the making of the first one, but this was done in exactly the same way, and you can see I've stitched around it all the way around, then I stuck this pocket on it, and then it's been stuck down onto here, and then you've got this that was behind it, that will just tie up and help keep this little flat pocket nicely closed. So that's this one that's been done, that's the back, and what I thought I'd do is just finish this one off on the front, showing you what I've done and how I done this, and then we're done. The journal cover's done and we can move on to part 3. So if I turn it over, you'll see I've just stitched all around it, mainly to give a nice little edge to it, but also to help secure these flaps because they're quite strong as well. And then I've just glued in a couple of pieces of ribbon that, as you've seen, will tie with that like that. So basically we just need to stick this down. So what I'm going to do is first of all just tie this back up so that it's easier for me to glue. I've left these quite long. I might cut them a bit shorter once we get in with the signature and everything, but I just thought they looked quite nice on there. So what I did with this one was to, let's move that out of the way, was to use this normal PVA glue. I mean, it does glue fabric, but it's quite a wet glue. I prefer Fabri-Tac when I'm doing for fabric, and all I did was in this area, which is the paper and the card, I just put a load of this on, because this is going to be gluing paper to paper. So that just covers that middle bit of this gluing into there, but then what I want to do is use my Fabri-Tac all the way around the edge of this, so that I can then, because this is going onto the fabric. So let me just glue along here. If you bear with me, my Fabri-Tac is still really slow at coming out of the nozzle. I think it's the glue itself, it's so thick that I did hear somewhere, I can't think what video it was on, but I heard somebody say that it has acetate in it, which is probably why it stinks as much as it does, the Fabri-Tac. I'm just going to let that come down a bit more. Yeah, and they were saying that they just used some nail polish remover in it to thin it down, as you can probably see and notice from my videos, as it's only usually my hands that we see. I don't wear nail polish, and I do have some left over from years ago when I got married, and I wanted to have nice nails. I bought myself some vegan nail polish remover, nail varnish. It was all sort of as natural as I could get at the time, so it's not got the acetate in it to be able to thin this down. So you just bear with me, guys, while I struggle and squeeze this Fabri-Tac glue out enough so that we can just do the edge. It's a good job I'm not doing this whole piece. It's such a big piece to glue. Okay, right, down the side now. Nearly there, onto the third side. Oh, that gets so goopy around there. Let's take that off and start afresh. That might make it a bit easier. Oh no, we're onto the fourth side. I lied. Woohoo! Not far to go. Right, another couple of bead of glue down onto here. And then it will get stuck down. I'll have to put some weights on it while it dries. But that is basically my cover done. As I said, the only thing that will be left to put on is the lovely picture that I did that I'm not going to put on until afterwards. Oh, damn it. And a bit more glue along this top bit. There we go. That's enough. Okay, now let's bring this back into shot. Get my ribbons out of the way, and basically I've got a little bit of wiggle room, and then I just want to do that to make sure we get it kind of centre. That's it, that's looking good. I'm going to plop it down there. Now what I did with the other one is once I got it to this stage, I opened it out so that I can then really use a bit of pressure just to push it all down on here. This bit is quite thick as well, so I'm pushing it down, and then on this bit here making sure that is down with the Fabri-Tac and that it adheres to it. And then I just give this bit a bit of a go, like so. Oops, caught the pocket there. I go upwards, I think, and then it's weight time, and I will literally just weigh this down, as that doesn't matter that that's bent. Put that in, the weight in the corners. I just got a bit of excess coming out of there, look. Do that. Yeah, I need to do both of that because that's a strong bit that needs to go down there. So the only bit that I haven't got stuck down, haven't got enough, yeah, run out of weights. So that will do for now. And yeah, so I'll leave the video here. You've seen how this is, and my next video I'm going to be putting together the signatures, decided on what papers I'm going to do. I want to do some funky flip outs with the different pages, because the kit has got pages that are this way, but it has also got the tool pages, so I want to do some funky things with those. So join me for part 3, and we'll be putting together the signature. So thanks very much for watching. Take care everyone. Bye.